And if you've just been listening to the LBC Labour leadership debate, we want to hear what you thought of the four candidates. Were any of them outstanding to you? Right, let's go to the busy lines, and here's Stanley in Tottenham. Hello, Stanley.
Hi. Well, I thought that firstly, Jeremy Corbyn won the debate very clearly. Mm-hmm. I think he did that by speaking with integrity, and I think the other three just sounded like the technocratic wonks we've been hearing in the last 5 years. You need to have someone with a clear vision to lead the party. You know, Blair won with a clear vision in 1997, but left-wing people won, you know, Wilson and Attlee previous to that. So I just think you cannot have this sort of middle ground, wishy-washy technocratic nonsense.
Let's go to Pat in Kilburn. Hello, Pat.
I did think Corbyn was the one who did speak from his heart, and I think out of all the ones tonight, he did seem to come across with a bit of honesty. And I think if you speak to anyone who's a Labour supporter, this is what we're crying out for: an honest politician who's willing to say what he feels.
Let's get to Isabel in Northamptonshire. Hello, Isabel. What did you think?
Well, for me, Jeremy Corbyn won hands down because he's honest. He's got deep convictions. But when Jeremy Corbyn speaks, you listen. It comes from his heart. He believes it. He's not in this for any other reason than to make life better and to make this country better for everybody. What I don't agree with is the fact that media, other politicians who are running scared, actually say it's impossible for him to be elected. What nonsense. What absolute nonsense.
Just a few of the comments coming in. Corbyn is my new hero. Why? The other three have been in journalism and media jobs. I wouldn't trust them. They play with words. Corbyn was out and out the winner. The rest were aliens, says Mary. James from Thanet says Jeremy Corbyn definitely won the debate. He has the most passion for what he believes in and isn't purely focused on getting power by succumbing to populist policies. Nobody cares what Tony Blair thinks. Anyway, well, that's a flavour of the messages, and we are pretty much picking those out at random. If there are any supporters of the other three candidates, I'll certainly read those out as well. Let's go to Amy in Caterham. Hello, Amy. What did you think?
I have to agree with everyone else and say that Jeremy Corbyn won. He was fantastic. I think it's been a while since somebody from Labour actually sounded human. He sounded honest. He sounds like he has principles. He was fantastic.
You say he won, but could you ever imagine voting for a Jeremy Corbyn-led Labour Party?
Well, before he got involved, I didn't really listen to it, and I really surprised myself how much I've actually grown to actually like him. So this has really shocked me. Yeah, he just comes across as fantastic.
Yeah, well, that seems to be the message firmly coming across. Thank you very much, Amy. LBC Paul in Lincoln. Hello, Paul. What did you think of it?
I agree with everybody else. Corbyn won it tonight. I like Corbyn because he speaks from the heart. Mm-hmm. I was going to vote Yvette Cooper, but I think she had a bad night tonight.
Marissa says it's not all about who is next in power. Jeremy Corbyn may revitalise politics in opposition for the next 5 years, which is equally valuable, surely. And John says, I regret that Corbyn won by miles, the only one who seemed to be honest. And Jimmy says, Jeremy Corbyn won that. He will bring back the Labour vote from UKIP, as he will not just blindly support Europe like the others do. Let's go to Adrian in Birmingham. Hello, Adrian. What would you like to say?
I just think Jeremy's amazing. He's for the poor, he's for peace, and he's for the people.
Could you imagine him as Prime Minister?
I couldn't a few weeks ago, but, he's performed so well and he's just so genuine. And what he stands for, to me, is the absolute crux of what politics should be all about.
Why do you think so many in the Labour Party seem rather terrified that he could be the leader?
I think it's because he's disobeyed the whip and voted against lots of things in the past. But to me, that shows bravery, it shows conviction.
And do you don't think it's because actually he's unelectable? He's very popular with a cult following, but then not with the rest of the country.
I think he's got a very good chance of being elected, and I think it would be a great thing for our nation if he is.
Let's talk to Jill in Hackney on LBC.
Well, I'd like to endorse the views that everybody else has said. That he's genuine, he's courageous, he's honest, he's straightforward. The others were just career politicians dancing like flies in the light of public attention. And I have worked in his constituency with disadvantaged groups. And what he did was work for the benefit of his constituents. He helped so many people who were so disadvantaged in so many ways. He's always done that.
But could he possibly win an election? People say that Ed Miliband didn't win because he was too left-wing. Jeremy Corbyn would be further left.
It's not a question of being, yes, that doesn't matter. No, I couldn't grasp Ed Miliband. I couldn't. It's like he fell like water through your fingers.
At a time when negotiations are still going on, I do believe these strikes are wrong.
You couldn't really grasp anything real.
Yeah.
But you can about Jeremy Corbyn, and I think he would make a very fine Prime Minister.
There have been a lot of Corbyn supporters. Well, not naturally supporters, but listeners saying, yes, he did come out on top in this particular case. Eager to hear from you, whoever you feel won the debate. Here's the most recent 2 emails I've received. OK, this is from Anne, who says, Clive, I don't consider myself left-wing, but I could be persuaded by Jeremy Corbyn. While the other 3 sound desperate, Jeremy speaks with a calm and relaxing voice that makes you listen. Although they're poles opposites, Nigel Farage and Jeremy C both have conviction in their beliefs, which is so refreshing. And then Andy emailed to say, Corbyn won, hands down. Like him or loathe him, you understand what he believes in, what he stands for, and more importantly, you understand what he's saying. He doesn't speak in riddles. And that pretty much represents a good 90% of the comments we've been getting into LBC since the debate. And I promise you, we're being entirely representative here. We haven't been holding back any callers or stopping anybody getting on. I can assure you of that. Let's talk to Martin in Barnes. Hello, Martin.
Oh, good evening. I was lucky enough to get through earlier and ask my question about would they have Ed Miliband in their...
Oh, well done. That was a great question.
Yeah, and what surprised me is that Jeremy Corbyn, who I wouldn't support normally, was straight back with an answer, yes.
I would want Ed to be dealing with climate change issues.
Very clearly.
Yes.
The rest of them muddled around for ages.
Look, no.
I'm not doing my cabinet reshuffle.
I've just given the same answer.
And I found it incredible that they hadn't thought about who they would have.
Min in Streatham. Hello, Min.
I think that the Labour Party is missing the point of this leadership election.
Right.
It should be doing is actually looking for a leader that is actually going to offer a proper opposition to our current government, which is actually taking the country through austerity measures down roads that you will not return. So whoever is going to get in 5 years' time, they need to oppose it now. And I think, quite honestly, the reason that so many people are supporting Jeremy Corbyn, and I do too, is because he's the only one that is actually offering opposition.
Right. OK, thank you very much, Min. Kim in Bristol. Hello, Kim.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, I think that definitely I would say that Jeremy Corbyn won the debate with Andy Burnham in a close second. Mm-hmm. But I think the reason that Jeremy won was because he was casting his net far and wide. He's actually looking to the future and looking to actually bringing people back into the party. You know, he was very straight, he was very honest, and I think he is a very intelligent man who is thinking about how he's going to bring back everybody together and bring them.
But can somebody who's so much on the left of the party actually bring together what they like to think is a broad church?
I think that he can. I think he's got a lot of experience, life experience, and I think he's a good, honest, genuine person.
All right, Kim, thank you.